Hey guys, my name's Melissa, and I wouldn't say a makeup artist, but I love makeup, and I actually promote my makeup line, which is unique. I'm a presenter, and I want to say I love makeup, and I wanted to start a YouTube channel, and I also love serial killers. I love stories about serial killers. I love John Wayne Gacy's my favorite, and Jeffrey Dahmer is my second. Jeffrey Dahmer used to be my first. I teeter-tottered about those two for a while, but it's really John Wayne Gacy for the win, you know? See how I get off on this? Because I just love it. I love the stories. I think it's I honestly think it's horrific what happens, but it's crazy that the way people think, and it's just, I just love to, like, get in someone's head and, like, why? Like, why? What was your motive? Why? But I'm not today. I'm just going to start off with my story on Harold Shipman, who is going to be our first serial killer talk. And I wanted to get a run for my money just to, you know, tell you guys this short little story. And our next segment, I will probably redo this one with makeup, more serious, because this is a rough draft. I am recording on the other side too, because if I could take segments from this and edit it out, I will be all right. It's a bit chippy in here. So let us get started. This is my book. This is my book. Uh-oh, we're losing it here. Yeah, I don't have stands, so I'm using like a pillow to prop that up. A freaking cup over here. It's crazy. So each segment, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you like little short facts about the beginning, middle, end, and then you'll hear it be thrown back around throughout the story. Just give you some information. So if you don't know who Harold Shipman is, he was a very popular British doctor. He was born in 1946 on January 14th in the UK. He was a married family man, as they said, and he was married to Primrose Shipman, and he went to Leeds School of Medicine for his degree. He ended up, after this story's over, he ended up life in prison. Life in prison, killed over 200 patients, and his murder started in 1972. So in 1972, these murders started, and it started in his practice. It was only with his patients, pretty much, from what I'm gathering from all this information that I've gotten. I'm probably going to obviously get more information as I go along, so you might have more detailed information on the next video. So he was believed to have killed at least 71 of his patients with his first practice, and by the time he reached his second practice, he has doubled those numbers. So 71 doubled. That's a lot of numbers. Not a lot of numbers, that's a lot of people. It gives me the chills. But moving on. So, in 1998, an undertaker and other doctors noticed an unusually high number of cremation certificates he was signing off on. And along with that sentence that I just spoken about, these numbers were alarming, and because of those numbers, it made his colleagues find him really arrogant and overconfident and conceited, and just not good. Not good. His behavior is not good. Anyway, so in 1998, he was arrested on September 7th after they were concerned about these high numbers. There was alarming amounts of similarities in his deceased patients. Want to know why? Because his patients were elderly, like really old. Like, most of them were, like, in hospice or stuff like that, you know? And normally when the elderly pass away, they're pretty much in their deathbed. Like, they're laying down in their bed. Like, they pass peacefully in their sleep, you know? That's how, like, most elderly pass away. And what was really weird about this whole scenario about the deaths were all his patients that were found dead were found sitting up in a chair, fully clothed, just sitting up, chilling, dead in a chair. All of them. All of them. Weird, right? Creepy, right? Got the little got the chills going on. So, after all this, and after the rest, there was an investigation, partaking. Was it great? No. They did a really, really bad job of this investigation. I mean, I guess in per se you could say that it was difficult to charge him because all these people that died underneath his belt that he signed off on were cremated. So I mean, you can't autopsy a cremated body. It's, I mean, are we in bones? I mean, yeah, if you want to do that. I mean, it's a lot of money to do all that, but you know what I mean. But I don't this is where I'm gonna find out more facts for you guys in the next video. I'm saying a lot. I hate it. With the first investigation, I gotta find more information because it just didn't give me too much information. Basically, they said it was badly handled. It wasn't properly handled, causing him to be able to kill 3 more people right after that because he was released, and then he killed 3 more people. But, you know, let us begin. So he killed 3 more people after the first investigation. He was found. I guess he was found not charged. See, this is where I'm like bloopers. Don't know really what went on with that. Gonna find out more information for all of that. Yes, baby. So his final and latest victim that he murdered. I guess he didn't do so well on that because that woman's daughter, who is a lawyer, may I add, whose name was Kathleen Grundy, she claimed he had not only killed her mother, but also tried to create a new will that was fake, naming him the sole beneficiary of all her money, assets, estates, everything. So, there's the motive, guys. Did we just find our motive? I think so. Yay! Here we go. So, as we know, all his earlier victims were cremated, but his final victim was not. So there was obviously an autopsy performed in this situation, guys. Oh my god, we're getting somewhere. We might be able to put him in jail. Well, obviously, because I told you this in the beginning of the video. Whoa, yay, I ruined it. But I like to give you like little information before we start. So, you know, I don't know. Okay, so the autopsy was performed and they found high lethal amounts of diamorphine, which is also known as diacetylene morphine. And it's also called heroin. I don't really like talking about this, but as a chem and bio major, I'm going to do a little side note right now. So, I know you're probably like, shocker! Heroin? What? That stuff is illegal? Yeah, we all know. Do you know it was legal in back in the day when it was invented? So here we go. Side note piece. Okay. So, in these times, this drug, diamorphine, was legal and used for pain relief after surgery. As we all know, like morphine in general goes back 5,400 years ago, starting around 3400 BC. We all know the poppy seed situation, right? Yeah, okay, that's where it like originated from, obviously. So, I just want to throw like the poppy seed situation in there. So like I'm pretty sure if I say that, those two words, people will like, oh yeah, like, you know. Okay, so in 1805, a French pharmacist, Frederick Serturner, discovered how to isolate opium's the active ingredient in morphine, inventing diacetylmorphine. This is the first part of heroin. Then, invented in 1874 by Charles Ryder Wright, was actually, I said English chemist, right? I really hope I did. I don't remember. That made the diamorphine. So that's when in 1874 is when heroin like was completely invented, and this was to be used for medical use only at that time, obviously, as I said before, for the surgeries. So I just wanted to give you a little background information for people that don't know or don't know science really, or just wanted like extra information on that and the breakdown of it, because because I had people like look it up and they're like, well, there's like 3 other names for this medication that was like she OD'd on, and she didn't OD, like he killed her on this medication. So diamorphine, which is also known as heroin, was found in lethal doses in her system. So, and obviously the daughter being a lawyer, here we go, conviction time. Shipman was finally formally charged with 15 counts of murder and 1 count of fraudulence. The fraudulence, I know, you're like, when I first read that, I was like, wait, where is that coming from? But it's coming from him writing that fake will I was talking about and, you know, trying to take that lady's money. There goes the motive. So that's where the fraudulent charges come in. So he was convicted in the year 2000, life without parole, and he died in 2004, and he ended up committing suicide in his cell, never admitting to killing anyone. He never admitted to any of the murders. He just straight up I guess woke up one morning, I guess he was upset, obviously, and he hung himself. Don't really have too much more detail on that, on how, really don't want to talk about that, but he did, and he ultimately died. So he served about 4 years until he died. Do I really think he did it? Yes. Why? My input on why he did it, I don't know, maybe he got off on the idea that he's a doctor, he has all this power, and he can do this because I'm going to pinpoint the elderly because no one's going to miss them or whatever, and let me just inject all of this and see, maybe he was seeing how long it took for them to die or something like that. Not trying to offend anyone, just like, I don't know where his, this happens every night with the beeping. I don't know where his head was at with that, because again, like they said, he didn't admit to any of this. He didn't admit to any of the murders. But like I do truly believe he did murder these people, because that's a lot. 218 people. And then I read up, it was between 225 and then 265. So there's really, the numbers are really all over the place. There's really no true numbers, because again, he cremated. But he did sign off, so I don't know why they don't have the accurate numbers. Beats me, but those are the numbers I have. But to date, I think 218 is safe to say, because that's what the numbers are coming back as temporarily. But I think it was really awesome to tell this story to you guys. I really enjoyed it. I really hope you did, or, you know, a little bit. Or, I don't know. Thanks, and I guess I'll be back. Please don't kill me in the comments below. Comment, give me ideas. If you have any serial killer stories that you think would be great for my segment, please post in the comments below, and I'll get it going, and I'll definitely come back and answer you. I'm one to answer people, because I'm not one of those subscribers that just ignore my people, you know? I love you guys. Always be kind to each other. Don't hate each other. Spread love. Be nice. Love you.